Hello everyone. In the previous session, we talked about defined statement in the DAX query. Under the define, we have covered the measure statement, right? So as I mentioned in the previous class, under the define, we have a measure and we have a variable and we have a table. So these are the three different statements we have. So in the class 2 session, we covered the measure, how the measure works. So maybe if you not seen that video, I would request you go back and have a look on that video, class 2 video, so that you will understand how the measure works in the DAX query. But in this session, we are going to cover the variable. Okay, so how does this variable works and everything. Okay, and then let's get started. Okay, so variable, as you already knows this, everyone, most of you guys knows it. What is the variable? Variable is nothing but something you can pass it dynamically, or something you can change in the whenever you want to modify. It's like one place, if you modify it will get affected to the all your scripts, right? So variable is like more like a dynamic nature, right? Same way defined, we have the variable. So variable, it's like normal. I mean, if we run this variable in the SSMS, I mean, you don't see much difference between the measure and variable. Okay, more or less it will work when you writing in the normal way, but there are some cases where you can define your variable and you can return the value. Probably we'll discuss how some cases the variable is different. So let's start with the basic. Okay, how you can write the variable in the DAX. So here I define the variable, first variable, and I want to name my variable is like M1. So here you can give any name. There is no restrictions. But in my scenario, I'm giving the variable M1, and here I want to assign that variable value to 10. Right. So now I want to display this variable name along with my internet sales. Okay. So let me do that. Evaluate, and here I want to write internet sales. Sorry, I choose the MDX window instead of DAX window. Let me change this to DAX query window. Okay, here you go. So now let's type internet sales. So first I will fetch the simple internet sales. So then you can see I'm getting the internet sales. Now I need to add this variable to my internet sales, right? So what I do, I'll simply do add columns. Okay, and then my table name, and here I give my variable name, say first var, and then I'll give the variable. Okay, so you can see here when you start typing the variable name, the intelligence automatically display your variables. Whichever the variables are part of that particular session, it will display those variables. Okay, you can see under the variable tab, and then you can directly select. Now in my scenario, I selected that M1 variable, and now I display the my first variable, okay, along with my internet sales. So you can see it's my first variable, and similarly if you want to have few more variables, you can do that, like by writing the M2, and then here you can define another variable name, and then you can write the M3, and here you can define another variable. Okay, so now if you want to display them in here, so you need to first specify the column, second var, this column name you need to provide, and then M2. Okay, and then uh, third variable, and then here you can provide the M3. Okay, so now you can execute, and then so you can display those third variable, three variables. If at all you want to display any string, then you can do that. So not only integer values, you can display the string value for this particular variable session. So now you can execute, and then you can see all your strings are populating, and even you can assign the date. I mean date functions. For now, I'm assigning the date. So now maybe I'll okay, -1, and now -2. I mean -1 and -2. I haven't tried it, but let me try. Okay, so we're good. It's displaying the 23rd is today's date, and then it's also displaying the 22nd -1, and 21st is the uh, third parameter value. So this is how you can define the parameter. Even you can extend these parameters to measure. Say, let's say I want to define measures, so maybe I'll give measure name something, you know, uh, x1. Okay, and then here I want to apply this measure value and multiply with my M3. Yeah, and then you can also do that. It's possible. Okay, first you give for okay, so maybe I'll give x1, and then your newly created measure that you call. Um, so what happened? M3. Okay, so failed to resolve M3. It's not a valid variable. Variable function and function name. Oh, okay. So my bad. We should not do like this. Okay, when we multiply this measure, right? So that's the where the variable is little different. Okay, what we need to do. So since we define the measure, then what we need to do, we need to return the value. Okay, for that particular variable. Okay, so now here, so I'll define another variable, and then I will put it x1. Okay, and then I need to calculate. Maybe in the upcoming session I'll talk about calculate, but for now we'll use the calculate, and then within that, so again I'll define the, one result, and then here I mention this measure name. Okay, let me remove from here, and then here I will put it the measure name. When I return the measure, so now I need to put result, that is my return variable, and then multiply with my M3. Okay, and then I need to return the my wave overall variable. Okay, so again return, so I need to use the this uplift x1. Okay, sorry, this value. Okay, so now, okay, something I missed here. Here is the bracket I missed. Okay, and then it's written the x, and here I define the variable one here, and then here I define, here it's returned, and here it's returned. Okay, this is very important. The indent is very important. Okay, still it's not okay working because oh, these are not integer value, right? That is the mistake I did. Still it's not working. Then maybe we need to define this variable within the scope of the measure. Let me do that. Then it should work now. Okay. What happened? Why it's not working? Oh, okay. Since I am returning this variable here, then I will remove from here. Bingo. Okay, because I use this variable within the scope, right? So that's the reason. So maybe I'll put it back, this variable. Okay, then, okay, so maybe I'll define again M3, okay, and M3. Okay, no, something I did mistake here. this is how I need to do. Now, here we go. So it works. Right? So I have first variable, second variable, and M3, and then again the value, internet sales value is multiplied with 10. Okay, so this is how you can write your variables. Okay, so it's not only adding columns, you can also, work these queries with selected columns also. Maybe I'll open the new window. Instead of added column, if you choose select columns, and then if you want to, bring only customer ID, customer ID, and then okay, something is wrong here. Okay, bracket. Okay, so now customer ID, that's it. Now you can fetch it, so it's only bring only those columns and along with your customer ID. So this is all about variable. This is how you can write your variables in the management studio. Okay, but there are things. Okay, even you can parameterize these evaluate function, right? um, where you can pass, let's say if you want to pass this value. Okay, let's say you want to pass M3 value. Okay, so in here it won't work. Okay, because management studio won't allow. But if you write the same statement in the DAX studio, then let me show that also. DAX studio, in the DAX studio, that parameter you can pass it in M3 value, right? So let me connect and bring the DAX studio. Now here if I copy this statement and then I can paste it here, and if I click run, then it will ask you what is the value that you want to pass it. I want to pass it integer value. This time I want to pass it 50. Then okay, that's it. So you got your 50 value. Okay, because the DAX studio completely it's works differently. I hope everyone knows that what is a DAX studio. DAX studio is good advantage. It's like more or works like a management SSMS management studio, but it has additional features where you can parameterize your queries and all those things. You can test it with the parameterization format and all. Okay, so but my intention is not to cover the DAX studio. So just I want to touch based on here, okay, how this DAX studio is different than management studio. Now come back to here. So this is about variable, but the same variable when we go to the Power BI, we call it little bit different. Okay, so maybe I'll explain how the variable is different in the Power BI. So when I started the Power BI separate sessions classes. Okay, until that, so this is how the variable works in the DAX management studio. I mean SSMS. This is how we can define the variables for the DAX query. Okay, that's all for now. Thank you for your time. I'll see you on the next video.